Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Henny Nice Podcast. As always, it's me, your host, your brother, your unc, Jay White. First things first, before I invite Big Mama to take over my shit, because she like being called Big Mama and shit now. Make sure wherever you listening to this podcast at, tap in, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a 5-star rating. I appreciate it. It helps with the show. That's what they say. So I'm gonna promote that shit until they say it don't help otherwise. Next, when you want Henny Nice merch or anything Henny Nice related, that link tree that's in the show notes, make sure you hit that right there. It'll take you to the podcast, of course. It'll take you to other podcasts that I've been on, like the one I've been on with my guest on, right now. It'll also take you to the Henny Nice merch store where you can get your crew necks and your hoodies because it's still winter. We still got 6 more weeks of the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? But also spring is coming. You can still wear crew necks and hoodies in the springtime. Or if you're ready to have your arms out and shit and you're feeling sexy, you can go ahead and get you a Henny Nice tee. 314 Day is coming up too. So if I see anybody that's copping, the shirts from the crib or wherever you at and repping it on 314 Day, I really appreciate that. So yeah, make sure you tap into that link tree that's in the show notes. And again, I appreciate you. Now, like I said, Big Mama in here. You know what I'm saying?
What's
Big
up?
Mama.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Not Big Backery.
Nah.
Big Mammary. You feel me?
All right, man. Chill out.
You know what I'm saying? Big Mammary. But no, I've been on her podcast, being free being free. SimoneBnFree. You know what I'm saying? She real free right now, internationally known on the microphone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sliding in and out of town on the holidays, changing the forecast and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Coming live from the villa, Big Mama herself. I got the homie Randi on the podcast with me.
All right. I mean, I really can't
gas you.
I was just about to say, I can't really be mad because if your friends don't gas you up like that, you need better friends. I really can't be mad at it. He lying. I don't live in a fucking villa, but I appreciate him, manifesting over my life, because one day.
Coming live from the villa
one day.
Orange trees, nigga.
But what's up, y'all? Breathe if I'm your favorite. You know the vibes.
You know the vibe.
What way to start off Black History Month?
I know. You got your favorite uncle, you got your favorite Big Mama, international Big Mama.
Yeah, it very much is Big Mama now. Like Beyonce said some time ago that I think it was when she did like the Renaissance movie, she was basically saying that she doesn't feel like she has to prove anything to anyone anymore. And that's exactly how I feel right now. I don't have a motherfucking thing to prove to anybody. How I'm coming is how I'm coming. What you see is what you get. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do what I'm not going to do. And you can feel however you want to feel about it. But no, it's very much that. I don't have a motherfucking thing to prove to nobody. Big Mama, I say what I said.
You see that?
Like, it's like that right now. Like, I'm very much in the space of I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do, like within reason. Like, I ain't losing my damn mind. But I mean, I do the work that I'm supposed to do. We all have our responsibilities and shit like that. But outside of it, like, I'm doing whatever I want to do. I'm not following anybody's rules. For what? It's my life, my rules. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Capitalize the B and the M when you reference me. Big Mama.
You popping your shit. But I'm glad to hear you popping your shit. Again, I'm enjoying watching the progress. And speaking of progress, that's why I wanted to have you on this episode today, because we are, I don't even know if the term living in the Twilight Zone is the correct fucking analogy for what is happening now. But there is a premium being put on. I'm not gonna say protecting your peace. I'm gonna say protecting your mental for sure.
Yeah.
As Marshawn Lynch says, take care of your chickens. Um, but there is um, emphasis being put on not taking in so much of what's going on in the media now, because of course we got, Orange Julius face back in the office. You feel me? And so it is disheartening. It can be frustrating. It can be, some might even say soul crushing or whatever. But
Mhm.
there is an emphasis being placed on, fuck it. Like, we know we got an uphill battle in front of us. But in terms of what's going on and the shit he's saying on a day-to-day basis and just the stupidity, sometimes it's best to disengage. And it might be best to disengage more frequently than it used to be. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, as a black woman, because that's what the fuck I care about. Not, if I'm keeping a buck, as a black woman, how are you going about protecting, your mental health and taking care of your chickens and making sure, over the course of the next 4 years, making sure that you are going to be all right.
So the first part is delusion. I believe in a healthy amount of delusion. Everyone is entitled to determine what that healthy amount looks like. But I am perfectly fine with being in my own bubble and pretending like a lot of this shit is not going on. Because if I hyper fixate on it, it is literally going to drive me insane. Um, he's a hateful person. That's just what it is. He's a very hateful person. And me being a black woman who operates in love, everything about him goes against everything that I believe in. So to know that a person like that, who this is his second term, to know that this person was allowed to get back in, and then the number of people who wanted to take that vote back is like, are y'all fucking for real? But we're here now. There's nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. It hurts, but I can't consume my days with what has he done now. Like, I like to be aware and informed. I think that's important. We're not kids anymore. We're, full grown adults, tax paying adults, as ghetto as that shit is. So we have to be, aware to a certain extent, but it's like, I cannot allow myself to be consumed with that. I'm in the middle of, I don't know. One day I just woke up. So I don't know if or listeners know, whatever. I work in finance. So I also like, my mom has been an accountant all my life. So that's like it's ingrained. So I think I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I'm about to take my finances to like a completely different level, like in the upcoming year. So I've been super focused on like my finances. Like, I like to play the long money game. So I've been super like
Big money.
so
Big
I've been really
money.
focused on that. And I'm also working on a career transition. So I've been, deep in studying and, get into the certs and also planning trips. I feel like I didn't really travel for real last year, and I don't know why, but I mean, I went to a handful of places, but I don't feel like I really did much traveling. So I'm trying to get back to that this year, so that I don't look up at the end of the year and be like, dang, I ain't really go nowhere. So, focusing on the things that really make me happy. I'm about to have a 9-month-old. So, that's fun. That's fun.
And by 9-month year old, 9-month old. The fact that you even said that shit got me fucked up. A 9-month-old puppy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My little Rio. Oh yeah. Nobody's fertilized these eggs yet.
Okay, relax.
My pup. So all that to say, I keep myself busy. I keep my mind busy. Meditating is really, really important to me now and has become so easy that I can literally like disconnect from a place. Like if I feel like I'm out moving around and it's just too much going on, like my body might still be right there, but like my mind is not. Like I've completely left. Like so, meditating is really, really important to me now. That helps me so much. It helps to calm down like all the chaos. So yeah, and I've been eating differently, eating better, working out. So that's another thing that I try to push to like, some people. Don't get me wrong. I love a good chicken wing plate here and there. I love me a nice little drink, but overall, like you can't do that every day. And when you take better care of your body, your mind is in a better place. I believe that.
That's real. I mean, when you got the money to pay the fisherman to go get it
All right.
directly, the Chilean sea bass directly from, the Atlantic Ocean, it just hits differently.
I
So
haven't had any sea bass in a minute, but I did cook some sockeye salmon last night.
sockeye
Real good.
salmon,
Real good.
sockeye salmon directly from the mountains of
I
I don't
cannot.
know, I don't know where, but no, I'm glad to hear that. As on the other side of the coin of what's going on, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm the most politically inclined person. I'm able to recognize fuckery when it happens. I'm able to look at something and be like that, or like laws and policies that are passed, and like that doesn't entirely make sense. The mass deportation of people who contribute to society here is crazy, and they're gonna feel the effects of that tenfold because as much as they're taking our jobs or whatever, the fact remains is they have those jobs and the rich who love their lavish lifestyles benefit from those things. And
Yeah.
so it's going to be a trickle down effect, or not even necessarily the rich, but those who voted for that side of the fence who are not the top 1%
Oh yeah,
or
they
anything like that.
out.
Like, yeah, you're going to fuck around and find out.
I've
And
been
it's
enjoying.
been, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but no,
Oh, you
just
good.
um, I've been enjoying watching those people crash out.
Yeah. They've been crashing out really hard, not realizing like the one TikTok I saw. Of course, it's a mayonnaise complected woman, but her husband was from England, I want to say, and so they met in college, was married, and all this other stuff, and because of the log jam that comes with, I guess, becoming an official American citizen, it was taking them a really long time, for him to become an official citizen. And they came and got his ass.
Well,
Even though he had went to college, stateside, married and all these other things, but because that paper wasn't looking right.
Oh well.
You didn't build this whole motherfucking life over here, and you thought you were immune
Mm-hmm. And
They
that's
came
their
and they came and got his
problem.
motherfucking ass. They got his ass up out of here. And she was
Oh,
like, I can't
well,
believe this. I'm like,
I can. I don't know. I
and
don't
I
know why.
and she was like, we both voted for Trump. And it's like, did you think he was bullshitting? Like
Yes.
he sold you on the bullshit, and then when he
Mhm.
pulls the bullshit, you like, oh, I thought he was bullshitting. Like
Yeah, their
make that make sense.
delusion makes them believe that none of this is going to touch them. So I saw one lady who was crashing out over like the food stamps, like very much like Trailer Park Parker.
Mhm.
And she was like, but I voted for him. Okay, girl. There was another guy who was talking about, I think his wife had just accepted a job at the VA. They had sold their house. They were getting ready to move. And then they rescinded that offer. And he was like, I know this is an error. We are Trump supporters. Baby, that's not an error. What are you talking about? We told y'all this is what was about to happen.
Mm. He sold you the snake oil. You bought it, and now you like this motherfucker sold me fucked up goods.
Mhm.
No, he didn't say you fucked up goods. He told you exactly who he was when he walked through the door,
Yep.
and you bought it thinking it couldn't happen to you. And lo and behold, you realize that, yeah, nigga, y'all are not equals.
You're not.
You're not equal. So my main thing is to continue to be an ally in any sense of the matter, any way that I can.
Mhm.
Um, you know, it is we locked in for the ride. I do believe in, you know, not taking in all the negativity and just the madness that is going to happen every single day.
Yep.
Um, because you become desensitized to it for one, and that's not a good thing. But also there is a level of like being somewhat aware that you have to be. So it is a balance with that. But yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
and
we
I'm
need to
not gonna have a
do.
miserable 4 years because he's in office. I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm not claiming that.
Yeah. You know, when it's time to step up and like shake some shit. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We can shake some shit or whatever. Um, and it's like I said, it's a balance. You have to protect yours. You got to protect
Mhm.
what's up top. Your mind and whatever, and then continue to just do the best with what we got. And
Yeah.
again, this ain't your fault. This ain't my fault. This ain't your fault. I knew what side of the fence I was on.
Exactly. I did my part.
Yeah,
I
I
did
knew
my
what side
part.
of the fence I was on. It was the others. Yeah, I'll just call them that. The others that thought this shit was a game. So,
Right.
but we're gonna move out of that, and in the season of Cupid, in the
Oh Lord.
season of all things lovey-dovey, you're a self-proclaimed lover girl.
I am. I am.
So how are you feeling? Are you a Galentine's girl too?
Um, yes and no. Like I'm for Galentine's, but I don't have a whole bunch of people here in Dallas. So every year looks a little different as far as like what I'm gonna do with like my friends or my sisters or whatever. So this year I don't have anything planned for Galentine's. But yeah, I definitely believe in because I don't believe that Valentine's Day is solely for couples. And that's because that's just not how I grew up. I grew up with grandparents who would give me a birthday card and a Valentine's Day card with, money. My stepdad would buy like me and my mom, like there was this little bakery and it would be like a heart cheesecake, and we got it like literally a strawberry heart cheesecake every single year for Valentine's Day. And of course, that's his wife. She got other stuff. But so I've always got, even if whether I had something romantic going on or not, my family has always, loved on me for Valentine's Day. So that's what I believe in, that Valentine's Day is just whoever you want to love on. I don't. This whole thing with a lot of these men being bothered with Valentine's Day it's weird, but weird niggas do weird things. And it also, I know women who are in relationships who celebrate Valentine's Day with their men and then also celebrate Valentine's Day because we love our friends, stupid. Like, I don't understand what the issue is, but yeah, I'm pro Galentine's.
It's cool, I guess. No, I'm just
Are you
playing.
look?
No,
Don't
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Y'all, I mean, go ahead, do y'all. If y'all want to, dress like fucking TLC from fucking the Creep video, and drink Don Julio and shoot the shit with your girls, by all means. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I'm not gonna knock y'all for it. Do your thing. It's just. I don't get
you
the
don't get the
huge
point.
uproar of no, I won't say I won't get the point. I think as far as dudes tripping is from the standpoint of like, well, a lot of that shit just be like, well, why can't why can't we do such things? Because like, the whole double standard macho machismo shit or whatever like that. Not saying I want to fucking share
No,
fucking
no, but so what it
cards and shit
sounds
like
like,
that. But it's more so speaking to the community aspect or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I guess guys look at it as like, nigga, that's just hanging out. And y'all make it
okay, but
this
we're
whole thing.
girls.
So
That's what we do. We always make a big production when we hang out with each
this is
other.
true.
And a holiday is just it's just an excuse to like up it a few notches. We always do the most.
This is true.
I don't so
This is
I
very
don't
true.
I guess maybe with some of the men, like, so if y'all aren't like, if a guy and his woman aren't doing like all the extra stuff and he's in his feelings about it, then maybe you need to speak up and say, hey, I want us to do stuff. Because I know that there are some women who don't believe in doing things for their man on Valentine's Day. They think that they just supposed to get all the stuff. Now, I don't subscribe to that. Like, yeah, I done told y'all before, when I'm in it, I'm in it. I like mutual tricking. So it's fucking go time. Let's go.
Live from the villain, nigga, tricking on a nigga.
I don't believe in it. Like, I'm not a pet, you're not a pet. Like, if we're gonna do, if we're, this is a holiday that we're gonna celebrate, let's both do it up. So if a guy wants that and isn't getting that, I could see why he's, in his chest a bit about, well, why are you doing all this with your girls? But again, hey, speak up about it. If that's what, that doesn't emasculate you in any way. If you say, hey, I want you to do a little more for me on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. Without motherfucking being called sassy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
I think
it's
that's
me.
fair.
Yeah, like, it's mutual, whatever. Now, I'm if you want to call it traditional, you know what I'm saying? I do like I also like the aspect of planning. So like it is what it is, but I'm a little
Mhm.
bit of a traditionalist when it comes to like, planning the night and things
Mhm.
like that. Like we're gonna go on this nice dinner, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get these flowers, you're gonna get the whole presentation of it all and things
Right.
like that. So I'm not totally against it. But I am also on the flip side of, yeah, it should be equal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like should be a little consideration put into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a fucking pack of underwear every year. I'm
Yeah,
a
like
motherfucker that tends
I'm
to
with
keep
you.
nice
I'm with you
underwear.
there. Like, of course, I would want my man like, yeah, I do want you to plan like date night, but
Mhm.
also, are you gonna get some gifts? I got you. Don't worry, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
spend a
I
little.
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a little. I'm gonna get you, a couple of your digs. We're gonna have a ball. You gonna feel I mean, not just because it's the transactional aspect of it, but you are going to feel love. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I don't. Valentine's Day doesn't bother me. I think it's just more so when motherfuckers is just on the extreme side of that, and it could be a little weird. Like if you are in a relationship and your girls are so fucking amped about Valentine's Day, like nigga, huh?
Yeah, I understand it. Some people do like doing a lot. Like you heifers aren't getting blue boxes from Tiffany's for me because we having Valentine's Day. You might get a keychain,
A Tiffany keychain,
maybe a Coach.
A Coach keychain,
But
Coach keychain.
we'll keep it cute. We'll keep it light and cute. But my point is, yeah, like there's people got to talk. I feel like we're in this era of a lot of people, because we sit here and see it online all the time. I don't do a whole bunch of talking, especially on like Twitter anymore, but I just, I sit back and observe, and people be talking a lot about, excuse me, what they don't like while they're in these relationships. And it's like, okay, you're telling us, but are you telling your partner? Why are y'all not having these conversations? Because again, we're adults. And I believe in adults opening their mouths and saying, hey, I like this. I want this. I don't like that. I don't want that. I think it's real simple.
Yeah. Mugs don't talk. You're supposed to just know.
Yeah, okay.
It's a whole lot of you're supposed to just know. You're supposed to know what I like. You're supposed to know this. You're supposed to know that. It's kind of funny that you brought that up because it reminds me of that whole relationships or transactional as thing that I posted a few days ago or whatever. And so not transactional and saying that like I'm only going to do this if you do this for me or whatever, but in the sense that yeah, you are going to treat me with respect. You are going to consider me. You are going to, the love languages. You're going to learn those. Like I'm going to love yours and I'm going to reciprocate that. That's transactional, right? It's not just the, buy me this, splurge on me this, take me here, take me there type of thing. It's more so emotional,
Right,
speaking
I'm
to
gonna show
emotional
up and this is how I
intelligence. Right.
expect you to do it.
Exactly. I'm gonna show up for in this manner for you, whatever. And yeah, people change. You're supposed to change. Your ideas on things change. Your attitude towards things change or whatever. Not you can't change a person. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell them what it is that you will and will not tolerate. And again, that's transactional. And so if they're not willing to meet those expectations or anything like that, expectations that aren't asinine, I will say that.
Yeah.
But expectations that are like, okay, like you know, I'm not asking anything outrageous. It's just a respect thing. And so
And if they
go
can't
from there.
they can get the fuck.
Yeah, it's transactional in that way. So, but yeah, I don't really trip off Valentine's Day like that. It never bothered me. It's just interesting. Like it's a thing now. Anything that when women create a space around something like that, it just goes to whatever it is. It just goes to the next level. And so I think what it is that like it's just societal double standard type shit.
I understand it.
Like, what I'm saying? Like, so y'all have more of a liberty and free range to do certain things like that. Whereas us, it's like, yeah, we just call it hanging out. We not putting a name to it. So yeah.
But I really wish that more men would do something. Like it don't have to be like the equivalent to like Galentine's, but like for instance, so I saw I think it was like an Instagram reel or something like that the other day, and it was a group of guy friends who went on a boys trip to Napa. I have never seen that. Women do it all the time. Like, let's go to Sonoma, let's go to Napa or whatever. But so I would like to see that more often. I've seen men only yoga classes. I've seen men only book clubs. I enjoy seeing those type of spaces that are just for y'all because you don't see it very often. And I think that of course, just an assumption because I'm not a man, so I don't know. But I would assume that the more of those type of things that, those type of spaces that pop up would make it maybe easier for y'all to connect and maybe even make new friends. The number of guys I have talked to who are like, it is hell trying to make new friends.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I actually would love to see more of that. Like I said, we especially like we like a lot of us like planning. We're girly girls. We like all the frills and stuff. So I know it ain't gonna be on, to that extent, but even just the creating of that space for y'all.
That's real.
I would like to see more of that. I think that's dope.
Yeah, I've been privileged to be a part in some groups like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is possible, and it is. I think it was more. It's going to take a while before that to be more acceptable, just from a societal standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like women community, like that's like numero uno immediately for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think there are guys, myself included, that kind of have that outlook of like, yeah, guy groups are cool. You need to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a yin and a yang. There's a balance. So yeah, and trip to Napa Valley though.
I
Okay,
think there's a softness to it. To be
that
completely
too.
honest,
Yeah, that too.
we are encouraged to
Mm-hmm.
rest in our softness. Men
Yep.
are not.
Lean on each other.
Society
Yep.
tells you that you are supposed to be this hard and on top of everything all the time, and that you can't lay any of that down and be soft. And I don't believe in that at all. I was having a conversation with one of my homies the other day. I'm like, nigga, cry. Like, let it out. You sit
Niggas need a
here
good
holding
cry.
this, like you sit here holding this back. I'm letting you know right here, right now that it's okay. And I understand that, okay, yeah, y'all might understand that having a conversation one-on-one with me, but society doesn't tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, I'll never understand what that feels like. I'm glad I'm seeing more of y'all like speak up about that. Like, I can't be on and be hard all the time. Like, life hitting me too. Shit.
Yeah, real shit. And it'll take time, but like you said, the narrative around that is starting to change, with more guys being like, yeah, shit do be hard out here. And
Yeah.
so leaning on that, building our own communities with other men who are also dealing with similar things, because, it is hard to crack that shell open sometimes. And I think that's what frustrates women as well. Is like the women that are really accepting of you being completely vulnerable. Let me, phrase it or put a disclaimer with that. But being completely acceptable of you being vulnerable and being like, yeah, life is whooping on my motherfucking head. So this is how I'm feeling about things and and this is, I'm trying to think through it, but it's tough. So yeah, I get that. I get that. In due time. In due time, we got our own way of doing things and we trying to catch up. So yeah. But speaking of our own time and our own way of doing things, why does Sexy Red new song sound like if Target was selling pussy?
Are you referencing the song she has with Bruno Mars?
Yeah, the new song she got with Bruno Mars. It's a little
I
bop.
didn't listen to the whole
I
thing.
appreciate the fact that she in that motherfucking hitting the chicken head, you feel me, and hitting that shit for real, for the crib. But it just gives me like, Oh, they selling pussy inside a Target. Like it's so
much going on.
like, oh man.
It's so much going on. I couldn't even get through the whole thing. I couldn't. I clicked on the link and I watched like literally a few seconds and I was like, what the hell is this? What are we doing here? Bruno, what are you doing here? Don't get me wrong. You know, Sexy Red she got some little bops that personally I like. I'm definitely not her target audience. I just
like I can't decide if I'm like I fuck with it or not, because I find myself like, it's so good, make me throw up a set. Throw up a set. Like, nigga, I find myself saying that shit, but like I don't. It's like yeah, the soccer mom that decides to sell coochie.
That's a lot. It's a lot. But what I will give her is she found out what works for her. And I guess being herself is what works, you know, and
throw up a set.
All right. Maybe more people should try that in the industry. It's just being who they are. You know, we've seen a number of people do it. And again, like I said, I'm not her target audience, but Sexy be selling out shows.
I know. And on the flip side, it's kind of like it does remind me of her, not her. It does remind me of the song he has with Cardi. Cause that song was kind of like, all right, but like
I'm trying to see if I even remember that song.
The Please Me song.
I'm gonna have to go listen to it.
Yeah, you have to go listen to it. And it kind of has that similar like, okay, like I don't know if organic is the right word. It just kind of feels like Skinamax. Like they ain't really fucking. But it's close enough where you be like, yeah, they kind of fucking, but you know they ain't really fucking because you ain't really seeing nothing. So, yeah, bro. Like, I don't know, because like I said, every once in a while, you know, throw up a set, nigga. Pussy so good, make it throw up a set. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting for sure. So, you buying Beyonce tickets?
Absolutely. I don't know.
You gonna dress up?
I think I want to. I usually don't. But I think I want to. It's probably given. Yeah, we're gonna be outside real grown. I'll say that.
She didn't announce all the dates yet. She just announced like the big, like, cities, right?
I feel like I might want to see her in. I don't know. So I said Houston, DC, or Atlanta, but I went to see Usher at the Intuit Dome in LA. If she does the Intuit Dome, I want to go back there because their facial recognition technology made that such a fire experience. And I was like, I need another concert at this venue.
Okay.
So we'll see. But wherever, I will be going to at least one show. So the money is already on set to the side. I'm ready.
Throw up a set. Yeah. Okay. You know, so funny thing, I'll be completely honest. So I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I was the biggest fan. I'm a fan of Beyonce. Let me be clear. I want to be totally clear about this. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I ran when Renaissance came out. Like I was like, oh shit, you know, it wasn't like self-titled. You know what I'm saying? Like I burned self-titled into the goddamn ground. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
same.
You know, Lemonade. You know, even though she talking about going up the side of this nigga head.
I mean, hey.
Lemonade. You know, like most of Beyonce's albums, you know, like yeah, I'll fuck with it. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Renaissance, you know, was that for me. It was that for other people. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes music isn't necessarily for your taste. You know,
Yeah.
it could be to satisfy a niche audience or a very particular audience or whatever.
I feel the exact
Uh,
same way. Renaissance, while I enjoyed it, it just wasn't one of my favorite Beyonce albums. I was
Right.
like, okay, cool. You know, it got a few plays out of me.
Mhm.
But Cowboy Carter,
That was your shit.
especially like I enjoy the whole album, but especially like the second half of the album. Oh, babe, let me tell you. Yeah, she
Yeah.
did. Yeah, yeah. But I share your same sentiments about Renaissance.
Yeah.
It was cool for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I always enjoy her albums. Let me be very clear. I always enjoy her albums, but there are some that are just my absolute favorites. And there are some where I'm like, okay, this was cool, you know. I might listen to it again later, but yeah, so yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't go to the concert, but I did go see the movie. So I get that
Okay.
was yeah, that was cool.
So, long story short, everybody was saying how they loved the concert, and I went to the concert when she was here in St. Louis. And
Hmm.
like going to the concert, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. The you are the visual nigga.
Hmm.
Um, I under, I understood it. It complemented the album greatly.
Hmm.
So I say all that to say, most likely I will be dressed up as a black cowboy if I do so happen to go to, you know, the Cowboy
Yeah.
Carter tour or whatever. Because
What
like,
city do you think?
huh?
What city do you think you will want to see her in?
I wouldn't be against DC.
Yeah.
So DC and Houston, you know,
This
something
is
different.
a
So
good ass time. I'm waiting for these dates to drop. If her DC show is in the summer, oh baby, it's up.
yeah. So yeah, definitely DC or Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a cowboy head, get some boots, nigga, boots with the spur head ass nigga, and I'm gonna do it, partner. I'm gonna
A
do this
grill.
shit. So
Yeah.
okay. So before we get out of here, go ahead. Um, tell the people where they can reach Big Mama at and visit Big Mama's Vineyard.
Well, my Cash App is. I also accept Zelle and PayPal. Now let me stop. You can find me on Twitter. I'm not calling it by that other name, and Instagram at SimoneBnFree. That's Simone, the letter B, the letter N, free. Facebook is for people I know in real life. So yeah, I'm trying to limit my social media usage these days. I'm not joining another platform. That's for damn sure. So Blue Sky, Lemon, Red, whatever the hell else they making. I'm not coming. I'm not. No. I'm not doing it.
Well, there you go. So, yeah, as always, appreciate you coming on to the podcast, shooting this shit with me real quick. You know, we'll have to maybe we can figure out some Cowboy Carter shit. I feel like we can figure something out, especially if you said like if those dates. I mean, the dates would have to be during the summer, I guess, wouldn't they?
I mean, I'm sure it's probably gonna start because we in January now. I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the tour gonna start in like May or June. But wherever, let's round up the gang and let's go have a black ass time.
Black ass rodeo Texas Hold'em type shit.
It's like
Yeah, we can do that.
wherever we pull up, it's a time is about to be had. I am absolutely with that 1000%.
Bet. All right. So say less. Yeah, we can figure that out. But yeah, make sure y'all check her out, tap into, you know, her socials or whatnot, you know, catch a catch a gym every once in a while, you know. And then, don't even think about Facebook because, like she said, she don't fuck with niggas like that. So, until the next time, we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
Throw up the fat.